Okay, we're going to take a look at some of the other subsystems we're bringing up on this first version of the Tower Freescale Cup. So there's a couple nice potentiometers and switches. So the Bringup program that will be distributed with the kits will allow students and whatnot to be able to test out the servos. So there are two servo outputs on the car. One I have hooked up to the drive system, and the other one I just have a free servo. So to kind of debug the linkage and whatnot, we'll do this in real time. We'll be able to pot to just kind of tweak, so one can see where the extremes are, where the neutral is for the servo. And here's the other servo, responding to the potentiometer. The other thing we want to evaluate is the drive system. So there are two independent motors on the car and two independent motor drivers. So you can do cool things like implement an active differential. So I'm going to really quickly put this into the mode where we're going to test the motors with the two pots. Just give me a second here. Alright, click that one off. And click that one on. So one of the potentiometers was turned a little bit. So what we'll do is, for example, we'll look at... I can just turn the potentiometer down here and make it go full reverse. Likewise the other one, and we can make them both go. Now braking, the best way to brake the car is to put it in the full reverse and use the back EMF of the motor to generate a braking torque. So because we can independently control speed of each wheel, you can do a cool active differential to really get quick turning around those tight bends and minimize the use of the servo, which is kind of slow. The last feature we're going to show in this video is there is a dedicated USB going to the Kinetis device for the built-in USB controller. This will be used in a way to kind of debug from the PC. So I have in the Bringup code a basic communications class device driver already built in. So let me plug this in. And so communication class device will just show up as a COM port. So we can see we have a Tower Freescale Cup COM port. Now the important thing to note here is it's a COM port via interface only. There really isn't a serial port. It's just an easy way from an application program such as LabVIEW to read and write a virtual COM port, but it's moving data at USB speeds into buffers on the Kinetis. So in the next video, we're going to look at the camera subsystem and bring the camera subsystem up, and we can use this USB COM port to kind of display camera data on the screen with a LabVIEW application. So we're going to make a LabVIEW application called the Freescale Cup Garage, where people will be able to kind of look at the camera data and kind of tune how the camera works, its placement, and whatnot.